Hi there, this is Mr. Evans. This video is on suppliers, and we're now down here, almost finished this section on operations. So suppliers are organisations in the supply chain who provide goods and services that are used in the production process. Really crucial to the operational performance of an organisation is the suppliers that they use. These will be the people who supply the raw materials, but also potentially other services, like an organisation may outsource its delivery. They may outsource things like the cleaning, etc. Okay, so suppliers are really important for a business for several reasons. They're relied on to supply the necessary goods when they're needed, in the required quantity that they're needed, to enable the business who's using the suppliers to match supply to demand to meet their operational targets. So you guys need to be aware of the considerations that an organisation will make when choosing their supplier. So one factor will be obviously the price that the supplier charges for their goods and services. This is directly going to affect the cost of the organisation, but it could feed into things like quality as well, which we'll look at in a second. So alongside price, really important with suppliers is the payment terms that they offer. It's not unusual in business to be offered 30 days or 60 days or even 90 days trade credit, where you receive the goods before you pay for them. Now that could be very useful in some situations, and a supplier who offers flexible payment terms may well be very useful for a new business or a business that is worried about cash flow. So quality, the quality that the supplier provides may well be an important influence on the choice of that supplier. Okay, they might not be the cheapest supplier, but if an organisation has got a unique selling point of providing high quality goods and services, it needs to make sure that the raw materials used in the production process are the very best that it can, and so they'll choose the supplier with the best quality. The capacity of the organisation supplying, that's going to be very important. Capacity, of course, refers to their maximum output. Now, some suppliers may well be very big organisations, and your business might be quite small. You're only a small customer for them, and they're going to have no problem supplying your orders every week. If, on the other hand, you're quite a large business and your supplier is relatively small, you may have concerns that if you order a particularly large amount, or if demand continues to grow for your product, that supplier isn't going to be able to continue to meet your needs, and so that is a consideration that you will have. Should we continue to use this supplier if they're not going to be able to supply sufficient quantities of this good for us? Reliability is obviously going to be important. Any business will want their supplier to be able to deliver the stock that they require at the time they say they're going to require, that they're going to do it at the required quantity. Finally, flexibility in terms of the supplier may be important. Now, you can interpret this in many ways. You may have flexible payment terms, which will enable the organisation to maybe occasionally ask for trade credit or extend trade credit from time to time. Flexibility in terms of the quantity of goods that can be supplied, so seasonal demand can be catered for. So flexibility will help a business to cater for changing levels of demand, etc., and to help a business cope with unforeseen circumstances. So suppliers, really important in terms of the operational performance. They can have an impact on unit costs, obviously in terms of the price that they're selling for, but also in terms of the quality of the raw materials. Do some of them get wasted because they're not good enough? So there'll be an impact on unit costs, an impact on capacity utilisation. A business wants to be operating at about 90% capacity. If the supplier isn't delivering on time, maybe we don't end up using our capacity as efficiently as we could do because we're waiting for supplies. There may be an impact on flexibility. Maybe we're trying to deal with a non-standard order or an unexpected change in demand. If our supplier can't help us out, then we might be in trouble as well. Finally, there will be an impact, of course, on quality. If the supplier isn't providing good enough supplies, it's unlikely our finished goods will meet the standards that they need to. Okay, so suppliers, really important. You can often get asked questions on them in exams. A typical question, look back at the old Buzz 2 papers, a typical question would be something along the lines of, discuss whether price is the most important factor in a choice of supplier, and there will likely be some information in the case study that quality or reliability, flexibility are equally important, if not more important than price. Okay.